Alright, y'all. Got another car in the shop today, a customer. Doing a 2019 Sonata. Doing lowering springs. So, pretty simple for the rear. Start off. Tools needed for the rear: 19mm socket. Use a ratchet wrench and a regular wrench. Probably gonna need a pry bar, and that's to realign this once again. It's pretty much a spherical bushing with rubber around it, but it will kind of cock to the side. Rubber mallet or hammer, either or. But back to this, it'll cock to the side. I had it happen on the other side. So I'm gonna try it in a reverse order. I'm gonna take this out last and this first. On that side, I did this first since I didn't think it really had much tension on it. When I took this out, it kind of let loose. So I'm gonna see if the shock will hold it this go around, and see if it's easier, because I had to jack back up on this until it straightened out and use a pry bar on it. Okay, that went a whole lot easier taking that one off first. The shock shouldn't have much tension on it besides what the spring is outputting. But since it moves up and down, it's probably gonna be even less. Still some tension to it, but still gonna come out clean. But definitely put your jack up under it. I just tried a different way this time than I did the first time. Just that easy to come out. The skinny part is gonna be your top. That locks in like that. You're gonna need this isolator, and these got these. And as you can see, there's two holes in the bottom of the spring bucket. Just pull those off. Get your new spring. Come back and line the isolators up. Snap right into place. Same thing with the top. You can just slip it in like that, or you can try to twist it in like that. Either way works. Once you got it in, you go ahead and find those. It'll be easier to go in, and you won't break them off or have any awkward sling. just making sure they're gonna go in the hole. You want to place the jack right up under this cup so it doesn't slide. Just a flat spot that you can catch. I like that they left it open down there because it allows an easier way for me to get my pry bar in. To move this around, as you can see, and to align this. I say keep your hand on it so you'll feel whether that spherical bushing is getting large or caught. That'll make your life a whole lot easier. I'm going to line this up. Alright, it's pretty much lined up there. Don't worry about mixing these two up because they're the exact same length. But if you're wondering which one goes which, one of them probably has a paint marker stripe like this one, the other one doesn't. This one goes on the outside to hold the bucket to the arm, and the other one goes to the shop. If I had to give a time estimate, maybe 20 minutes per side. That's if you have to jack up the individual sides like I'm having to do. Simple as that. And when you're done, like I said, quick, simple, 15 to 20 minutes each on each side. Once you do one side, it'll be much faster. Alright, now on to the front for the 2019 Sonata. Tools you're gonna need. I need a 19mm wrench actually, but that's a 19 on this side. That side is a 24, I believe. Yeah, it's a 24mm. Y'all need to take it loose. This sway bar end link, which is a 17mm. And then the brackets that hold your brake line. No, this holds the wheel sensor. There's two 12mm bolt on the side. Then you get the top of the shock loose. It's a 14mm. And that's all you'll need for taking this apart. First thing first, of course, jack the car up and remove your wheels. Place it on jack stand. Do the shake test. Make sure you don't hear any creaking or anything. Nothing. So, time to take apart. Start on the job. This really doesn't take long at all. The front nor back on this car. Pretty simple damn car to lower. Everything came apart nice, maybe because it's low mileage, but it came apart real nice. if you don't have an impact gun to zip off this dog bone, you're gonna need to get a wrench, and well, you're gonna need 2 wrenches. Whatever size the smaller one is, looks close to a 10 millimeter, and then your 17 to get it off. I hate dealing with bolts like that. They supposed to have a little area on the back side to place a wrench on it, but I don't. I couldn't find a place on it. Alright, if you happen to have a little issue I just ran into right there, take your hand and push down on it to align it. You can do it in either order. You can take the dog bone loose first, end link, whatever you want to call it. You can take that loose first, or you can drop this loose. But either way it'll work fine, as long as you got both wheels off the grind to keep the tension out the sway bar. Cause you got one wheel on the grind, you're pretty much activating the sway bar because it's trying to push the other wheel back down. Well, push that wheel, it'll be pushing on that wheel to keep it down, but this one's not. Next step, I'm gonna go up top, simply 3 bolts, and down comes the shocking spring. Once it comes down, bring it up away from the brake lines and that wheel sensor. All of that runs behind it. Same thing on the driver's side, it just runs behind. And there you go. Whole shock is out. I don't even know how long that quite took, but I know it didn't take long at all. Pop that off. That exposes the bolt. If you don't have an impact gun, you have to use a offset wrench to get down in there, and the correct hex key or a star key setup to get this loose. Alright, the top of the strut nut is a 19. I just do it like this. Most springs are under a lot of pressure. If you stand like this, I normally like to put a brick wall behind my actual impact gun so the shock itself shoot out. But I don't have that, don't really have a brick wall anymore at my current house, so I have to do it like this, and I sit the tire behind it. See, that comes out pretty easy. Old versus new. You can see the new lowering spring from making it significantly lower. a full coilover. Well, shorter than the OEM setup. I don't know the spring rates, but it's what the customer bought. The approximate drop should be about 1.25 inches, I believe. He didn't really want to slam his car out, and he was trying to avoid anything like that. So he chose these with a mild drop and decided to go with this. There's nothing that goes there, so you don't have to worry about losing it when it shoots off. Same thing on the bottom, just bump stop. It's all self-contained. I only pulled this off and pushed it into this side because once you get the spring on, it's near impossible to push it up. But you can always get it down to the lower point. I'm gonna take it and line it up with the groove, which I've already done. And then it'll have more than enough exposed on top. To get the bolt on. I didn't realize it was all camera. But once you get going, it's more than self-explanatory. Bolt lined up, started. Also, another reason why I leave this up like that, because you may have to reach in and grab this just to create a little friction to keep the bolt going with an impact gun. Done. And it tucks right back down and looks all factory in stock. Now the install. Hopefully the camera picks it up, but you'll have these arrows. Make sure this bolt is pointed into the chassis towards the engine compartment, and that'll let it line up on top. Also, another tip about that, the actual stud at the top of that is yellow. That goes too far back. As you can see, you can still turn this easily. So even if you don't have it lined up when you originally do it, you'll still be able to turn it and get it into place easy. Both of these are the same. Neither has a paint marker. You should be able to push those through by hand with relatively no tension on it. I suggest putting a little pressure on it from behind so you can keep it pressed up. That'll also help it keep from spinning on you when you get ready to zip it in. I'm pretty much done. Last two 12mm bolts and jack the car up, bring it down and check out your new look. Also, these little bolts that bolt in to the side, those feel a little funny when you get ready to run them back in. But just take your time and line them up. You'll eventually get them in and get it started. And that's another one done, in and out. I'm gonna measure the wheel gap now after lowering it. As you can see, done. I can barely tell a difference at the moment, but I'm pretty sure after about a week or so, when it settles, it'll be a lot better. I can really tell in the rear that it came down some. The front, not so much, but again, it has to settle. But again, it has to settle. My fucking partner fucking with, he just walked up fucking with me while I was recording. But thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all again later.